If you're looking for an alternative for the website Kahoot, I have really enjoyed this one. This one is called Quizizz, and it's very similar to Kahoot, but after my students were playing Kahoot for a while, they got really competitive and they were just clicking answers to try and be the fastest. So I wanted to find something else that maybe allowed them to slow down when answering questions and them actually thinking about the questions. So this website is a quiz kind of format for your students. The only difference is that this quiz, students work independently. So it's a little bit more quieter and not as crazy like during Kahoot, but it's still a fun, interactive, and competitive way to have students compete for correct answers. So quizzes is more like a slower paced where they answer questions, and then as they answer questions, they'll go up the leaderboard um, for the time that they answer it and how many they got correctly. So it's really important that they focus on actually getting the questions correct, and this is a format that allows them to slow down and take their time, which sometimes is something we really need in the classroom. So this is the main page. I am on my account. Something cool here, and I don't think I've ever been able to find on Kahoots, but you can literally search for quizzes that other teachers have made. So if you wanted something that has to do with figurative language, certain books, even my curriculum teachers have made quizzes that align perfectly with my curriculum for students to go over vocab words and things like that. So it has really saved me a lot of time instead of making quizzes by scratch every time I wanted to do one. So last year you can go over here and it says my quizzes, so these are the quizzes that you specifically made yourself. You can look at the reports, so how your students did on the past quizzes that they played. A lot of ones that I liked is I'll be able to scroll through and look for quizzes that I like. So specifically, I made a folder just for math. And so we play the angles game, and I'll actually go in and show you. So I can go here and I'll play a solo game because it's just me. So I'll play a solo game. It'll open up. It'll put on the screen just like Kahoot for them to enter in a code, which is super easy. They know how to do it. So I'll start my game. It'll give a timer and it'll give me the question, and students will just, they don't even have to look at the board. They just look at their iPad screens or whatever devices they're using. So it says how many degrees are in a straight angle. I'll say 180. It'll tell me if I'm correct, and it'll also give a kind of fun meme that the kids really enjoy. And then it'll show me going up the leaderboard. And you'll be able to see all of that, all the kids' scores on the board. So it's still kind of competitive. They want to work up their ranks, and I've never really had any issues with kids getting upset. They just know that they really need to focus on the questions that they're answering. So I'm going to go ahead and exit. And at the end of the games, you'll be able to see the scores of how they did, and which is really a really good nice, especially if you're doing reviews. You want to see which questions they didn't get correct, and at the end of the quizzes it'll actually show you which questions a lot of the kids struggled on. So at the end of class I would go in and look at the ones that were red, and as a class we would go over them and discuss maybe why a lot of us didn't get that correct and kind of fix those errors before moving on. So it's really nice. And things like that. You can go to my quizzes, my reports. So you can see here, let's go into figurative language. My kids got an 84%. So I can go on and see, I can even go back and see which ones they've gotten correct or not. I can print the results, I can download the results. It's really all very interactive, and you can get a lot of information from it. So I highly recommend this if you're looking for something other than Kahoot. The kids enjoy mixing it up a lot. We'll take turns, and yeah, overall, it's a really awesome website.